Hi Vogue, I'm Gabriette, and today I'm going to show you my beauty routine. This is what I do every single day. I am in Paris, it's Fashion Week, and I've just come from a few fittings, and I've been eating just like croissants and nothing of actual nutritional value, so my skin's not the happiest, and I have a little makeup on from earlier, so I'm going to wash it off first. And I use Sturm, and I normally just do it without water first. And I learned to really take your time with this part of it and kind of rub the cleanser in more than you think, for a longer time than you think, because that dirt loves to stay in there. Now I rinse. Pat, dry. Never pull on your face because your skin is very delicate. I don't really have a lot of skincare steps. I feel like I like to keep it simple, but I always use a vitamin C. I've used this one for a really long time and it helps with brightening your skin. I've done the same skincare routine, I think, since high school, so I've always used a vitamin C, and I've always used a moisturizer, and I've always used a sunscreen. I don't think I've gone a day without sunscreen since I was like 16. And if I have, it was probably a bad day. But before sunscreen, Epilogic Total Package Moisturizer, a little goes a long way. I don't use the Sturm moisturizer anymore. I felt like it wasn't eventually hydrating enough, but I literally just use that much and then pat it into my skin. And I do like to feel like a glazed donut, not only at night, but also throughout the day. And then I use the Sturm sunscreen. It's also in the same dropper, so just pat that right over. And then I go. And you have to make sure to do it on your neck and down your chest. The skin is very delicate. And that's what ages. Oh yeah, I also always just wipe everything after onto my hands because your hands are also very delicate. The skin's very thin. I like sticking with the same brand that I use for skincare because I get kind of freaked out with all the ingredients and things. And now I'm gonna move on to my makeup look, my favorite part. I unfortunately do touch my face a lot. For that reason, I use a primer so I'm not wiping off my makeup every 5 seconds. And I like the MAC Studio Radiance. I think everything underneath your makeup should be glowy and hydrating so that we look healthy. And I just use my hands. I think I just have more control with my hands. I didn't really start or grow up doing my makeup with brushes. And then it's just less to worry about. I'm not good at cleaning brushes. I have one for foundation because I'm not gonna rub everything with my hands, and then I can really feel where everything's going. I love this Pat McGrath foundation. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection. It's my favorite one. It's not matte, it's not drying. Right now I'm in the color L7, but normally I'm L5, so I'm tan right now, if you can believe it. And I always just pump it on to the back of my hand. Can you see that? I feel like when you use the brush right away, it soaks up too much of the product, so I take it like this instead of with my finger too, and I just put it on my face. I don't know if that's normal, but it makes me comfortable. And then I'll start. And I just pat it. And I never really bring it under my eyes. Also, I would normally pluck my eyebrows before all this, but I just did it, and they look fine to me. And then at the end, I just pat. I listen to sad girl bedroom music when I get ready, or Sheryl Crow. I listen to the same thing over and over again. Okay, I have the Pat McGrath concealer, Skin Fetish as well, it's the same thing. I'm gonna use L6. It's just a step under the foundation, but it works for this part. And then I just go straight in. I'll do some on my nose. It is crazy to me that I wear foundation now because I never used to. On a lazy day, I just do concealer and do a 5-minute routine. I don't like taking that long to do my makeup. I'm very impatient. So I just cover the redness, and then this little guy here, I always do a setting spray. This one is from MAC. All night. I don't worry. I don't like using the ones that have a lot of alcohol in them because then I feel like throughout the night, like I can't move. I've always loved beauty and fashion and fun and magazines ever since I was a kid. So my relationship with makeup is like all from that. And I used to follow the trends in like 17 magazine and do, I don't know, like winged eyeliner in high school. I wore a red lip every day. I would never do that anymore. I think a red lip is my least favorite makeup look. It's just not for me anymore. I wear a blush every day. The placement changes monthly. Like sometimes I do, you know when little kids run and they get really hot and they get this like heat mark here? I love that. So I used to place my blush down there, but right now I put my blush on my cheeks like a normal person would. And this is the Kylie blush. I love this. I have so many colors. But right now I'm feeling this like kind of rosy. It feels very natural to me. And yet again, with my fingers, here, I placed it like where a sunburn would happen, so I do a little on my nose. From like every shoot that I've been on, I pick up tips, and I have like my favorite makeup artists that I've worked with, and my favorite makeup brands now that I like, that I know work for me. So yeah, I think just like I pick up a new tip every few months. And right now, I'm liking this on my nose. I just worked with Gutierrez. He was shooting a really beautiful makeup book and he did this here and put bronzer as well, and I looked so glowy, so I took that one with me. Moving on to my eyebrows. Yes, I do have eyebrows. I think a lot of people think that they're shaved off, but they're just minimal. And right now I use these Dior pencils because look how thin. Like, where is it? Now that I'm blonde, sometimes I do a blonde brow. I think right now I'm feeling a darker eyebrow. You know what? I'm gonna go back before the blush step, and I do have this Tom Ford palette that I'm obsessed with. It's the bronzing palette. I love this, and I am gonna just do what Marcelo did for me, and I'm gonna put some bronzer. I know that seems crazy, but it looks so pretty. Since summer's ending, let's just do one last hurrah. I look like I actually am from Orange County. Ooh. Now back to the eyebrows. And I literally just do one line. That's all that's there. Dun, dun. That's eyebrows done. Since I did the eyebrows, I'm gonna spray. All right, before I do my eyes, I'm gonna take a powder and just set my face. This is my friend Loftjet trick that he does on me, and it makes me feel so hot, and I do this day or night. This is the Simi Haze powder, soft blur. It's beautiful, and just get it really powdered, and then I'll draw a little line here, and I'll take it and just go down my nose. I like the shadow, or the little effect that creates on my nose. And then I get really oily like here all the time. So I kind of just do that and let that sit. I know it looks crazy and it's there. I'm gonna just put my eyeliner on. I use the Pat McGrath. This is the best black eyeliner on the planet. This is the only one that's ever worked for me that doesn't budge, doesn't smudge, doesn't move, and looks great. And I literally just go like this. I use this every day. I don't like myself without black eyeliner. I mean, I do, but recently I just feel like it looks really nice and hot with blonde hair. And I just curl my lashes. Easy. I would describe my signature makeup look as natural hot chic. I never powder my cheekbone or like this area or anywhere too far up on my forehead because I like a little natural glow. My inspiration for my makeup are my friends. Like Charlie always has really good makeup. Her skin is always great. Sometimes you go out with people, you go to dinner and like you look in the mirror at the end of dinner and you're like crusty or something. Sometimes that happens to me, hence why I use so much setting spray now. Charlie always has great skin. She looks fab. Rachel Sennett has amazing skin. I think I'm always like, God, your skin's amazing before I think about your makeup look. But if your makeup look is like fab. I'm like, you look amazing as well. I think makeup should be fun and for you to play around with and not necessarily hide behind. Oh, the last thing, my lip liner. This is Stone MAC. This was in my lip kit that I just had come out. I have a million of these in all my purses, and I always overline. This is like the one thing, if I had to leave the house with one thing on, it would be lip liner. Like, I wake up in the morning and put it on immediately because I just think my face isn't complete without it. And I just, because my skin is so moisturized, it doesn't feel dry, so I always just blend it in for the day. And that's literally my makeup. This is every day, walking around, cooking, seeing friends, and I just feel like myself, but with a little oomph. But if I switch tonight, I'm gonna take these MAC pots. Issa my French used this on me at the Alexander Wang show, and I was like, that's the best color of all time. It's like this gray-y, kind of cool toned. It feels similar to my Stone lip color. And then I just take it and rub it all over my eyelid. And I like bringing it up here in the center of my eye. So I just do like a wash of this because I have so many endless amounts of gray eyeshadow colors. But I just got over using a brush and then I feel like they look all clumpy and I was like, God, this is perfect. The craziest makeup looks I've done, I went through a phase of green eyeshadow and blue eyeshadow. I would put it all the way up to my eyebrow, like a baby blue and a neon-y green when I had my like little Joan Jett haircut. I loved it and that worked for me, and I still wore that with black eyeliner, and that was just a time, and this is another time now, so. But that, I mean, it looks super subtle, but it's just kind of hotter and a little like smokier. And I do mascara at night. This is the Pat McGrath mascara, and I love a big spider lash. Gorgeous lashes. I think like makeup trends that I like, I don't really like really cool makeup. I like that kind of like washed out lip. Anything kind of black smoky eye I'm really attracted to right now. There's also some girl on Instagram, I totally forgot her name, but she used this holographic eyeshadow on her lip and she has no eyebrows, and on her eye, and I thought that was really pretty. It looked like fresh face, no skin, but then she just had this holographic like bluey iridescent eye, and that I thought that was really pretty. There's some people that recreate like Elvira's makeup or Marilyn Monroe, and they like do their hair up and kind of play dress up but in a more modern way, and I like watching those videos. Those are cute. I have mixed my own color for a lip because I kind of wanted something similar to this eye color that I use that's like dead stony cementy color. This is just a bunch of MAC lipsticks. There's like cream sheen in here. I put some eyeshadow in here, and I just keep blending and mixing it and making more and more. So you can't get this, but you can make your own if you want to. I can show you two lips. I'll show you the lighter one first, actually. There is this MAC concealer lip that I love, and it's really moisturizing. I don't know if it's discontinued, but I got it on eBay, and they had it like in the early 2000s for people to do that concealer lip, which I am obsessed with. So I'm just gonna go back in with my Stone and make this a darker line. So this is option one. And just keep blending it in, and it's like just the best. I also think sometimes when I directly use a lipstick, I get so crusty and disgusting, but like that is, with my blonde hair, I'm like, that is amazing to me, and it still makes my lips look big and they're moisturized. So that's step one. I guess you could use a concealer for this, but it might be too thick because it's like a very, I don't know how to explain, it's like thin, waxy lip balm just with some color in it. I used to have white eyeshadow. I would wear white eyeshadow every single day. So that's the first option, but I think today I'm feeling this color. So this is the color. It's like a dead person. I guess it's a little lighter now that the other one's underneath it, but it's just a gray. I love gray cool tones. And I love how this looks. You know what I do too, because I do have a beauty spot. Sometimes I use that Freck stuff, but I always get carried away with it and give myself a full face of freckles, but I have a beauty spot right here. I don't know if it's right there. And I like to draw it on. I think it just makes me feel a little sweeter. Okay. Thanks, Vogue, for watching. I am off to a show now. I only have a few more days in Paris, so wish me luck. See you later.